Hello. It's Monday. What is today? The 11th. I just wanted to go live. I'm trying to get back into our Monday lives, with some type of movement. And the consensus seems to be yoga / stretching / trigger point therapy. That seems to be the thing. So that's what we're going to do. Hopefully I'll be able to post this to my YouTube channel, so you can go find me on YouTube, or click on the link in the bio and it'll take you to my website, and you can click the little YouTube icon if you're like, I don't know how to find it. But it's Onward Witch and Beyond. You'll see me on there. There's only, I think, some chanting videos on there right now from when we first started with the COVID-19 the whole thing here in the United States. So there's just the chanting for right now, but there's a lot of unlisted and videos for people to find that are doing the program or that are clients with me. So this will be, you can watch it, it'll be gone in 24 hours. So hopefully I'll be able to put it on the YouTube channel, which I haven't had a problem, but sometimes, it can be a fart face. So what's up, Julie? So today, all I'm going to be doing is working on, right now, I'm in the middle of a 28 days glutes, abs, and pelvic floor program. You can find that link in my bio. You can still join. You get a PDF program sent to you, and you can also get my How to Keto the Basics ebook for free. And then you have videos that you have access to my website, and then are sent to you later in another PDF. So that said, we've been working a lot with the glutes this week, both my private clients and then with the program. And if anybody knows, your gluteus maximus is a great hip extensor. So what ends up happening is, if you're walking, you're running, you're jumping, all that stuff, your glute muscles are being used. And what happens in yoga is that people tend to use their perhaps hypermobile joints or some major hypermobility in certain areas of their body to be flexible. And what ends up happening is you end up with injuries. So what I want to focus on today is stretching some of our glute muscles. We're also going to be stretching, which sounds a little odd to some people. I want to teach you 2 things today. Let's take it back. 3 things today. You may already know this. So I want to teach you how to self-massage right here. These are your traps, your trapezius, right? And the reason is, if you are hunched over here, right? Let's say you're sitting right at your desk and you're and you're sitting here, or you're driving in the car or whatever. What ends up happening is you're not engaging your abdominals, okay? And we're learning all about this in my program. You have 2 major sets of abdominals. You have your rectus abdominis that's on the front side. Now you have your obliques too, which are your side abdominal muscles. And then you have your transverse abdominis, which is kind of that back set of muscles that goes around to the pelvic area. And a lot of people don't engage that. And that also engages the pelvic floor and also helps the glutes out, okay? So I want to be teaching hyperpressive breathing today, because if we are slanted over like this is hella tight right here. So we want to massage this, open up, engage the abdominals, and then I'm going to teach you, go through a couple of asanas, some poses that are going to be helping engage the glute muscles while also stretching, which sounds ridiculous, but here's the line, right? Everybody knows the line. Sometimes people go too far over the line. You go here and then you stop. You help support your body rather than pushing it past the point of no return, right? So we're going to start first with our hyperpressive breathing. A little odd with my phone. So I'm gonna back up a little bit, and I want to teach hyperpressive breathing for just a second. Now you can do this up against a wall. I like to do it without the wall, because some people tend to lean and hyperextend the back. So we're gonna find that comfortable spot. If your hips are way up here, stick some pillows or blankets underneath it to help support it, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill this belly up with air. So essentially what you're doing is getting a fat baby belly. You're gonna let the air have it kind of round here, okay? So we're gonna inhale, and then we're gonna exhale, pulling back the abdominals. So imagine someone's pulling your belly button back towards your spine, and as you're doing it simultaneously, someone's pulling up through the head, and you're allowing the rib cage to open up. Now that's a hell of a lot of instruction, right? But can you feel this? If you're pulling this back, I'm still talking and still pulling this back. And I'm going to release it. Inhale the belly, good. Make that go out. And then exhale, pull it back. Make some noise if you need to. We're still here. Someone's pulling while you're pulling. So it's like pull, pull. Good. And release, good. We're going to inhale, fill that belly up with air. Good. And exhale, pulling it back. Someone's pulling here. Someone's pulling here. Really lift that rib cage here. Good. Breathing, holding. Good. You can still talk and breathe and pull all this in. Good. And exhale. Just let the belly relax for a second. Okay. So that is hyperpressive breathing. You can do it laying down. You can do it with a ball in between. And the reason you want to do this is because engaging that back set, the TVA, the transverse abdominis, is you are helping to strengthen the back. You're engaging the glutes. You're engaging the pelvic floor. You're allowing everything to work together. Now, your second thing that I want you to do, you can put a little bit of like, I use coconut oil as like my what do you call it, body lotion, but you can use whatever you want to do, okay? So you have lymph nodes right here. You have lymph nodes all over your freaking body. So what I want to do is we're going to massage the traps, and I want you to see. Let's see if you can see this here. So all I'm doing is massaging. I'm really just getting in there, right? I'm allowing this other arm to relax. Just massaging in there. And it seems like not that much, right? You could take a therapy ball and do this as well. But I have found that this tends to be better because we know where our knots are. There's something about that hands-on technique that works so well. So we're massaging here. Yes, I do this every time before I do yoga in the morning. We're massaging here. Good. Then what I want you to do, and you can essentially do this topless, what I want you to do is pull down through here, allowing the lymph nodes to drain. Now you may start to feel a little bit of like snot. So what happens is we're moving some of this fluid as I'm catching my hair. Good. And we're just pulling this forward. As you're doing this, there's a lot of instruction that's happening here, but I'm just wanting you to get the feel of it, to feel it in your body. Make sure that the rest of your body, you're sitting up straight, you're squared up, so your hips, your shoulders, all that's squared up right there. And let's really engage. We're not sitting like this as we're massaging. We're pulling this up. We're allowing ourselves to be supported by our own body while we're also helping the lymph nodes to drain, helping these muscles to release tension. And this is going to allow the body to relax. So in the meantime, we're stimulating this vagus nerve, which tells the body to rest and digest rather than be stressed out, okay? And it just enhances your yoga practice. So what we do to one side, we will do to the other. Move my hair. Good. So we're gonna come here, and you may find like one side is a little bit more tense than the other. I personally get hella tight up here because as I'm working, I forget to use my abdominals. And then also, I've been off and on breastfeeding for 15 years, which is freaking ridiculous, and still breastfeeding. And so you tend to hold babies in particular ways, whether you carry them or breastfeeding them. So we're still doing here, nice and getting in there. Good. And then I'm going to move this, and we're going to come here, and we're just going to pull this way, letting that drain. Good. Pulling that there. Good. Some good love, self-care. This is great to do at the end of the night. I like to take a shower or a bath, and you can do this in the water, and whew, it feels so good. Okay. The next thing we're going to do, we're still stimulating these lymph nodes that are here. So what I want you to do is I want you to come up 10 times. Switch. Good. The next one is here. So I'm just taking my little tips of my fingers here, and here's my collarbone, and I'm just kind of coming in here, and I'm just wiggling up through here, going up a little bit and down a little bit. Good. Good. And then I'm going to take that same kind of pressure. We're not pressing and digging in, just your fingertips. We're going to come in here through the collarbone, and you're kind of going up and over the collarbone and pressing gently and release. Doing it again. Pressing and release. Good. 2 more times. Pressing in there. Good. Release. Not choking yourself. Good. Pressing and release. Good. Our last thing we're going to do before we actually start to do our asanas is tapping. If anyone's ever been a part of this with me before, again, it's just stimulating the vagus nerve. So we're going along these meridian points, which also align with your lymph nodes. So it's stimulating vagus nerve, which is rest and digest, and then helping to move energy / fluid. So what we're going to do, it's a sequence. We're going to start with your karate chop point here. So sit up nice and tall, remember. Remember to breathe. Good. Now we're going to go crown of the head. So we're going to go up here. Good. Then we're going to go inside of the eyebrow. See if you can see me. Good. Remember to breathe outside of the eyebrow. So right about there. Good. We're going to go under the eye right here. Under the nose. Under the mouth. Good. Right at that collarbone, right on top right there. And then the bra line / armpit, which is right there. We're going to do this 2 more times, okay? If there's anything that's coming up karate chop point, good. Remember to breathe. You can just say, I'm okay. I'm present right now. We're talking to the body. If anything, it really is kind of messed up right now, acknowledge that. Outside of the eyebrow, be like, I'm super freaking mad and I just want to focus. But if not, we're just bringing our body right to the present under the eye right there. Good. I know you hear people say that it's such a thrown around term, being present, but no, you really want to be present under the mouth. And that's telling the body that where we're at's safe, where we're at is okay, and we're giving the body a job. We're creating a tiny bit of stress, but it's in a controlled way, which is good. This is how the body grows. Back down to the collarbone. Good. And you can do this either side. You can do 2 hands if you want to. You could start up here on the right, start up on the left. It does not matter. Vagus nerve runs along. It's the wandering nerve from the brain all the way down to the gut. And then we're going to come back to the armpits. The bra line. I think I just did 3. Crap. All right. So we're going to get into our position here. I want to start us with some cat-cow just to kind of warm up that spine a little bit. Again, we are engaging these abdominals. Imagine someone's pulling that belly button so we're not hanging out, okay? So we're going to come down straight from the shoulders. You can see here, I'm not extending out here. I'm coming right here. My abdominals are engaged. My hips, everything's kind of that shoulder width. Everything's aligned, right? And so we're going to find a little spot on the front part of your carpet or wherever you're at. We're going to look up first as an inhale as you go up, and exhale as you pull it in, pulling that abdominal up. Good. And inhale and exhale. Good. 2 more times here. Inhale up. And exhale. Good. Pull those abdominals. Good. Tuck that there. Let that stretch across the back. Inhale as you come up. And exhale. Good. This is called cat-cow for a reason. If you've ever watched animals in their environment, they will move naturally, and so we try and mimic these, right? The next is called horsetail, right? So if you've ever ridden a horse, and maybe you haven't, when there's like a bug or something that's on the backside of a horse, they tend to look in that direction and kind of shake it out. We're not shaking, but we're looking. So we're going to go here, and we're curving the spine, looking back. Good. Inhale as you come back to center. Exhale as you go to the opposite side. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale as you look again. Good. Inhale as you're back to center, and exhale. Good. Now, what I want you to do is sit back into child's pose. So we're going to come here. You're going to sit back just like this and reaching out as far as you can. You can go this way if you want to. Let's say you have some shoulder problems, but I'd like to see you here. Again, this is an active stretch, okay? So we're reaching, engaging the abdominals, remembering to breathe. You can put your head on the floor if you want to, but you won't be able to hear me if I do that. Good. Coming back up. What I want you to do is sit on your knees here. What we're going to do is we're going to just a small movement just like this. Again, engage the abdominals. We're waking everything up. I'm trying to put a little fire in the body today. Opposite direction. Good. That's it. Nice. All right. Come to a seated position here. Now, again, if your legs are up here, put some pillows or something like that underneath there. If not, we're having our legs lay down as far as they'll go gently. We're not forcing anything. You can see I have one foot in front of the other. You can have it up here, but I'm not ready for that yet. So I'd like to see it come here, right over left or left over right. We're going to sit here for just a second, and then when you're ready, we're going to slowly begin to walk out as far as you can go. Now you can lay down, especially if you're very mobile in the hips, but if this seems to be just like you fall down like this, I want you to really be mindful on how far you go. And I want you to stay here and breathe for 3 breaths. Remembering the belly's not hanging out, we're using that to help us. You should feel a nice stretch within the glutes. Good. And one more breath. Good. We're going to walk it to the right or to the left, which way is most comfortable for you in this moment. It doesn't matter. You go left, I go right. We're going to hold that there. You should feel a nice stretch right through the obliques, the serratus anterior, all through here. Good. Back to center. Inhale as you go out to the opposite side and exhale. Good. Really pulling those abdominals in. Good. There's a lot of good fire breathing within yoga. You can call it ujjayi, you can call it pranayama. There's lots of different ways. I like to call it hyperpressive, and using with my personal training with the pelvic floor. It's all tied together. Whichever works for you. Back to center, and we're going to slowly walk this back in. Good. Now, switch feet. What I want you to do, we're not doing the same movement. We're just switching and giving those hips a little bit of a break. The quads, the hamstrings, all that stuff. So now what we're going to do, so you can see my foot's here. So we're going to turn just like this, opposite arm to the opposite leg, and let your gaze follow the direction of your shoulder or the hand in the back. You can either have it flat or on fingertips, the one that's behind you. Good. Breathing, you can see and feel the abdominals are being pulled in while I'm also breathing. Good. And release, come back to center and switch to the opposite side. Good. Breathing. Good. Pulling those abdominals back through the belly button, the navel. Feeling that stretch behind. Trying to open everything up. Good. Coming back to center. Good. Switch those feet one more time for me. We're going to be doing what's called eagle. So we did open up back here in this trapezius area. You can do eagle sitting or standing. But to get that good stretch, and what I really want to do is helping, it sounds so silly to be opening up here to help the glutes, but this is a powerful connection that's happening here. So in eagle, what you want to do, you can do right over left, it doesn't matter. And if you're just here and you just want to do this, that's okay. If you can only get to here, that's okay. But if you can, wrap all the way like this. It's like when you're a kid and you're like, Mom, look, I can do this cool trick. So we're here, And what I want you to do is to lift up. You should feel this in between the shoulder blades here. Good. Remember to breathe, hold in those abdominals there while also breathing. Really, it's not holding in, it's just using those muscles rather than having them hang out. So we're concentrating on how the body is connecting in all parts. Good. So we're going to release and we're going to switch to the other side. Good. When you're ready, pull that up. Remember to breathe, engage the abdominals. There's a lot of pain that's there. You can slowly release. Don't come out of these positions too fast or don't hold them for too long. Be gentle with the body. Let it speak to you. Okay, gently unwind and release. Good. So what we're going to do now, pull this back here and open. Good. Let your gaze go to the ceiling. I want you to think in terms of yin-yang, opposites. So when we do one thing, we kind of want to give the body a break by doing the opposite direction, okay? So this is a chest opener through here. Again, stimulating these, this vagus nerve and letting the lymph nodes drain at the same time. Good. So I'm going to turn back to you. Figure out however you need to be able to see me. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of spinal twist. Now this is going to be stretching the gluteus maximus, fulshawa. So we're going to cross over just like this. I always call this my modeling pose because it's like I'm a mermaid. Not really. So we're going to come here. What I want you to do is make sure that everything is aligned. You can see my shoulders are square, my hips are square, my foot is flat. Can you see that? On the ground here. And I have this one here. I have the foot flexed, okay? So we're sitting up nice and tall, using those abdominals, helping us there. Place one hand on the floor here, taking your elbow and turning. Now for this moment, I want you to breathe. We're going to do 3 good long breaths. So inhale here. Exhale, let the gaze go back, following the other shoulder. Inhale one more time. And exhale, good. Inhale last time. And exhale, good. Now, try and go just a little bit farther if it's possible. So we're just going to turn. You should be able to turn a little bit farther than when you first started. Good. Inhale here. Good. Breathe. That's it. One more time. Inhale. Use those abdominals as well. And exhale. Good. Slowly, purposely, with intent, come out of that position. We're going to switch body parts. I always tell people when they get a little bit, they're like, I forget how my legs go. Quit thinking about it. We're just folding up. Pretend you're a kid. They don't think about things when they fold up, okay? So we're in the opposite direction, and you may find that one side is tighter than the other. Let's just do our best here. So you can see I have this side's always a little bit weaker, and that side's always more tight. So I have the balance of 2 problems, right? So I'm going to engage my abdominals, really sit up nice and tall. Good. We're going to take that elbow. We're going to come here, and we're going to turn. Good. Let that gaze follow. Hopefully you can hear me. Good. Breathe, engage the abdominals. Exhale. Good. 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale one more time. And exhale. That's it. Now, try and go just a tiny bit further on this next one. Good. Breathing in. And exhale. Good. Breathing out. Using those abdominals. Good. We're about to get interrupted. Eek. Last one. Inhale. Hi, sweetie. Exhale. Good. Hey, Nook, you want to grab her some chocolate?
Can I have some chocolate?
About to bribe my kids with chocolate. Yes, put it in a bowl. Yep. Look at that. Mothering, parenting at its finest. All right, so we're going to come back here. So we're going to open this up. We're going to try and put our feet together here. Again, if you are all the way up here, put some blankets or some pillows or something. Go eat your chocolate. And we're going to sit up nice and tall. Pull the shoulders back. using the abdominals here, and try and take your nose down to your toes. So we're gonna walk it out using your abdominals. Engage. Good. Exhale as you get further down. That's it. You should feel the stretch in the inner thigh, which is also, if you're breathing correctly, going to engage your pelvic floor. So it's gonna help that stretch go a little bit further. Good. That's it. Walking back up. I'm in the middle of a video. What's up? Okay. We're going to do more chocolate. Hold on, beautiful people. It's a single solo parenting at its best. I can't with people right now. Get out of here. Bye. Bye. See you later. Anywho. Okay, so we're going to go back to this position here. Good. Remembering to breathe and exhale as you walk out. Pulling that. Good. That's it. Walking that back in. What I want you to do is gently, not aggressively, push down on these. Exhale. Pulling those abdominals and the pelvic floor up. Good. Perfect. Now, we're going to come here, flip onto the back. We're going to lay down and get right into what they call happy baby pose. See, what you want to do is grab your big toes here, open up like this. Happy babies tend to grab this position. Good. And we're going to rock that back and forth. Good. That's it. Come back to this position. Now I want you to put hands and arms up like this. Now you're going to feel like a fool. Just go with me here. This is moving the chi. So they use this a lot in Qigong, but this is like a bug position. You should do this when you first wake up in the morning too. So you're going to shake a little bit. Good. We're helping to move this energy because we're starting to open up these channels, especially in the hips and the glutes and all that, opening up, and you'll tend to get some feelings and stuff. So we want to help it move. Good. And then relax. Lay down on the ground. Breathe here for a second. Good. We want things to flow, not get stuck. We want things to come up, but process in the moment. Good. Coming back up. Shake again. Good. That's it. Good. And drop and relax. Good. Breathe here for just one breath. Excellent. So now we're going to cross our feet here. Make sure these are flexed. You can reach through here or supports. So I'm going to show you this side. So you can support here just like this. Okay. So we're holding this, helping this gluteus maximus to also stretch again in through these hip flexors, right? If you are using more of your hip flexors on a lot of things, it means like if you have pain right in through here in these little hip areas here, you're not using your abdominals or your glute muscles. And so we want to use that. And I know Julie's watching and she knows there's three glute muscles, so we want to use all of them. Good. Now we're going to switch sides. Good. That's it. I forgot to turn the damn heat off. Shoot. Holding here, breathe. That's it. Good. Now we're going to take one leg and lay it flat. My foot, you can't see right now, is flexed, okay? Both here and my opposite foot. And what I'm going to do is hold this in here for just a moment, and then I'm going to take this across the body, okay? And I'm going to allow that arm to go out and let the gaze follow. So I'm looking at you however you want to do it, left to right. Try and keep that foot down there, close to as flexed position as possible. Holding here, really stretching out that glute maximus through the spine, upper upper part of the back. Good. Gently coming back up, back to the center. Good. And switch. So we're going to bring this foot up. Good. Hold that here. Check your feet, check your position. Toes flexed or feet flexed. And we're going to cross the body. Good. And take this arm that way. Excellent. Now, there it went. My back popped. Let your gaze follow. Good. That's it. Come back to center. Put that here. Both legs are flat. Square up those hips. Good. Now, we're going to roll over. Good. Using your abdominals, because you want to use this here. And as you're exhaling to come up, you're pushing the air and the abdominals working together. Good. So, what we're going to do is we're going to come up to a standing position. Let's twist it. Good. So, if you've ever done sun salutations, now's the time when you usually want to start. Your body's kind of acclimated. We've had energy move. And now we want to jump into celebrating and giving a salutation to the sun is usually what these are for. You do anywhere, from 3 to 21 sun salutations. It is a sequence if you've ever done it. So we're going to do that today. We're going to do 3 so I can wrap it up. I know not a lot of people want to be watching this too long. So what you want to do is have your feet, I want you to see if you can see this. My feet here are together, okay? So we're going to have this here together. I'm going to switch back and forth. So we want to stand up nice and tall, square the shoulders, engage the abdominals. Good. Let's have hands to heart right here. Good. Breathe, just ground the feet into the floor, allowing the weight to evenly distribute through the toes and all the rest of the foot. Good. That's it. Now we're going to take arms up, just like this. And we're going to swan dive. As we exhale, we're pulling those abdominals. Good. And we're coming here. Look up, look up, look up. Bend. Now, if you want to touch the ground all the way, that's fine. We're working more on abdominals today. So I come here. You can grab here if you want to, or just come here. Good. We're going to come up to a flat back, you can see. Good. Exhale, coming back down. Good. We're going to place our hands evenly, distribute the weight. Step or jump your feet to here. Okay? You can drop to your knees or you can come straight down. I'm dropping because of ab muscle separation. And coming straight down to the floor. Good. Up into cobra. Holding that there. As you're coming back into downward dog, exhale using the abdominals to help push back. Pulling back. Good. Send your tailbone to the ceiling. Feet are supposed to be flat on the floor. Good. Let your head hang, your ears in between your arms. Good. Breathe. Step or jump your feet up to your hands. Good. Inhale, flat back. Good. Exhale, back down to where you're comfortable. Now we're going to reverse swan dive. Up. Good. Back to that position. Good. Most excellent. All right, here we go. 2 more. Taking arms up. Good. Exhale as you come down. Look up, look up, look up, look up. Good. Touching where you need to. Good. Inhale, flat back. Good. Exhale, going back down. We're going to step or jump your feet back to the plank position. Make sure you're engaging those abdominals. I'm coming out of your camera view, so you can do knees or come straight down. It's called chaturanga. So we're coming down just like that. Good. Into cobra. Good. Now some people will do up dog, which is thighs up like this. I like to keep it down. Good. We're going to exhale back to downward dog. Good. Fix those feet. They're a little bit more narrow than shoulder width. Letting the head hang, the ears hang between the arms. Sending those tailbones up to the ceiling. Trying to get those feet, the heels flat on the floor. step or jump your feet up to your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, coming back down. Inhale, back up through reverse swan dive and back to heart center. Good. All right, we got one more. Doing a good job. Heart center. Really be present. Ground yourself here. Taking arms up. Good. Swan dive. Good. All the way you feel comfortable. Inhale to flat back. I can hear Moana in the background. Exhale, coming back down. Good. Place the hands on the floor. Step or jump your feet back to that plank position. Make sure you're evenly distributing your weight through your hands and your wrists and using your abdominals. Really support yourself. Good. You can drop to your knees or go straight down. I'm coming down. Good. Down into this. Into cobra. Good. Stay here for just a moment. You can roll just a little bit. Good. Exhale back to downward dog. Good. Use those abdominals. Let the head relax in between the arms. Allow the tailbones to go up towards the ceiling. Good. Imagine someone coming up behind you and just pulling your hips just a little bit. Allowing your feet to either touch the floor, the heels I mean. Good. Step or jump your hands, your feet up to your hands. Good. Inhale, flat back. Good. Exhale, coming back down. Inhale, reverse swan dive. And exhale to heart center. Good job. Awesome. We're going to do a couple more things and then you can be done with me, okay? So we're going to go back to our downward dog, okay? So we're going to walk here, just like this. Good. I want you to walk your feet just like that. Good. Hoping I can get this in the camera view. Good. Come and just have rest here. Evenly distribute the weight between the hands and the fingers. Inhale those abdominals. Use that, the transverse abdominis. Let your head hang. Good. Taking your right foot, we're going to point that and come up. Good. We're going to swing that through. Good. As I'm doing that, I'm dropping this back foot, turning it towards the camera, and the other one's going forward. And we're going to come up. Inhale. Good. That's it. That's it. Perfect. Good. Turning just like this. Good. Make sure your feet are aligned and trying to get it with the camera. Good. Straighten that front leg and take it back. Good. Just allow this here. Sometimes you can rub this if you have a tight spot. I have a tight spot. Really feeling the pull here, engaging the abdominals here. Good. Coming back to this position. Boop. Coming up. Now my back foot, you can see I've come back up on the toe. Good. Good. Coming down here. Bringing this back to downward dog. Good. Trying to make sure I fit the camera angle. Good. Stay here. Now take your opposite leg. Take that up. I'm touching the ceiling. Swing that forward. Drop that back foot down. Inhale as you come up. Using those abdominals. If you feel a little off balance, find a focal point in front of you. Good. Really pull that in here. Good. We're going to turn. Good. Straighten that front leg. Take it back. Use those abdominals. Good. Come back to here. Bending the leg. Good. Swing it here. Come up on the toe in the back. Good. Coming down. Step that foot back to downward dog. Again, we're going to walk the heels. Good. Dropping down. Kind of rounding out what we started. We're going to do some cat-cow. This is just a quick yoga session. It's not our 90-minute classes, but it's good. Get in and get out for like lunchtime, you know. So again, we're going to come all squared up, shoulder width apart. Inhale as you look up to cow. Exhale, tucking under for cat. Inhale, cow. Good. Exhale, cow. Good. Coming back to center, we're going to finish up with horse. Looking. Exhale there. And inhale back to center. Exhale on the opposite side. Inhale back to center. One more time each side. Exhale as you turn. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Perfect. All right. Thank you. I just wanted to do a quick sesh Mondays. I'm hoping to get some private yoga classes that are going on. So make sure that you're subscribed and follow here. Also, check out the website. I'll have a lot of information on richandbeyond.com. And then if you are watching this on YouTube later, make sure that you subscribe there. You can go do that even if you're not there yet. Just got an award from YouTube for hours of people watched, and slowly building, slowly climbing. So it always helps with comments, likes, and people subscribing. So if you would do that, I would most appreciate it. Yeah, any questions, hit me up in the DMs or message or whatever. Thank you so much, Julie. You're a godsend woman. Definitely check out Julie. I'll do a little post in my story. I know that we are practicing COVID-19 social distancing practices, but I'm glad, Julie. She's a photographer here in Pittsburgh and freaking phenomenal. Plus she's like doing all these wicked ass, I don't know, I'll have to pick her brain. She's making everything pretty, like she's cooking and baking and all that. And yeah, her stuff is phenomenal. I've done a what do we call it? Pregnancy shoot. I don't know. I've got my doula midwife thing in my mind. And I mean, ethereal, she can make it, she makes it work. So definitely check her out. I'll link her on my next story. But anyway, so yeah, onwardwishandbeyond.com. Thank you guys for coming. Check in throughout the week. Wednesday is going to be live. We're going to go back to our Loka Samasta Suki no Bhavan 2 chant, which will only be about a 10-minute chant. And then, yeah. Okay. Much love, guys. Peace. I'm going to try and end this.